What is inheritance?
Acquires properties of derived class acquire properties of base class.
Base class. So what is the advantage of inheritance?
One class uses other class data and function methods.
Then what is the advantage? So for example, I have defined one class, I have some data in method, and I have defined another class, and I inherit the new class from the existing class. Then what is the advantage of this one doing inheritance?
We don't need to again declare functions or data.
So means the code can be simplified.
Reusable.
We can simplify the code, one advantage, and we can able to, there is no redeclaration of the variables or the methods again and again. What are the different types of inheritance here? Simple or single inheritance?
Single, multi-level, hierarchy, hybrid.
Okay. So, but is it possible of multiple inheritance in Java?
No.
No. How can you accompany the multiple inheritance in Java?
Oh, by using interfaces.
Interfaces. See this example. You have the class here. The class is the name is the animal class. So it contains the single method called eat method. So here we have one more class called the dog class. So we are using the keyword extend. So here the whenever you use the keyword extend, we can say that we are deriving a new class from an existing class. Here the class dog is the derived class and animal is the existing class. So this in this case, when you observe this one, this is one class and dog is another class which is derived from the animal class. So this we can call as a single inheritance, because the single inheritance concept only two classes will be involved. One is the base class, the second one is the derived class. And I come to the point of the next class, which is the main method class. In this class, we are declaring the main method and creating the object for the dog class. So here, what is the object here? The dog is nothing but a derived class. It is not a base class. So the inheritance concept will define object for the inner classes, not for the outer classes. So means we will derive the object for the derived classes, not for the base classes. For example, if you have the multiple levels of inheritance, even though we have to go for the least level of object, only will create. Okay. So in this case, we have only two classes, dog and animal. That's why we are creating the object for the dog class, but not for the animal class. So you are returning the dog object, and we are using the method d.bark and d.eat. So when you see this one, the eat is the method that is under the animal class, and bark is a method that is under the dog class. But even though we are able to here, the object of the dog class is able to access the method of the animal class also, as well as the method of its own. So what is the advantage of inheritance? Is nothing but we can able to access the method of the same class and also the method of the parent class also. See, when you create the object here, this is the child class object. When you create the child class object, with the help of the child class object, you can access the methods of the child class as well as the methods of the parent class also. So this is the concept of single inheritance. So can we able to declare the object for the parent class also?
Yes.
So now my question here, for example, I will declare like this one. The first class is the animal class. I will say the animal is the class name, and I will say the AN is the object equal to new animal. This statement will allow you to create a method, create an object for the animal class. Now my question, can we do like this one? AN dot eat. Is it possible or not?
Possible.
AN dot bark. Is it possible or not?
No.
Huh?
No, not possible.
Possible or not possible?
Not possible.
Why?
Because it's a derived class method.
Because there is only the possibility of from lower level to the upper level, not from the upper level to the lower level.
To lower level.
So because the here the bar method is exist in the derived class, not in the base class. There is a possibility of acquiring the properties of base class by the derived class, but not derived class by the base class. So in that constant, we are unable to do the execute the statement, but we can able to execute the statement. So if we want to create directly the object for the base class, we can able to create and we can able to access the object methods of the object base class. And also we can able to create the objects of object for the derived class and also access the methods of the derived class as well as the methods of the base class also.
Base class.
So what is the advantage of this one? We can able to access of the data and methods of the base class from the
Derived class.
derived class object. So next level is the multi-level inheritance. Multi-level means the three. For example, we see the example that person to the employee to the teacher. So here the person has some properties. Those properties will be acquired by the employee, and the employee's properties can be acquired by the teacher. In this scenario, we have three classes: animal, dog, and baby dog. So the animal class is the main class here, which contains the method eat, and the dog class has a method called bark, and the baby dog class has a method called beep. These are the three methods we have. So when you see this one, here dog is extended from the animal class, and baby dog is extended to the dog class. You can say here dog is the derived class for the animal, and baby dog is the derived class for the dog. Okay, this is called a multi-level inheritance. So if you want to access the eat method or the bark method or the beep method, it is simply we can create the object for which class?
Baby dog.
Baby dog. Whenever you create the method for the object for the baby dog, you can able to access all the methods at a time. Another my question, in this case, is the possibility to access the method like, for example, if you say, if you create a method called dog d equal to new dog and d dog eat and d dog bark, is it possible or not?
Yeah, possible.
Yes, because the first level dog is the derived class. So at that point, you can able to access the properties of the base class.
Animal class.
So this is a concept here called the multi-level inheritances. And when the next is, see this concept here actually the class animal, which our method eat, and the class dog, which is extended from the animal, and the cat extended from the animal. This type of inheritance is, we can see this one. Two derived classes are coming from one base class. So here we have dog and cat, both are derived from the class animal. So which leads to the inheritance? Which type of inheritance it is? Hierarchical. Am I right? Correct or not? So deriving more than one class from an existing class is nothing but the concept of hierarchical inheritance. So here we have only one base class animal, and but have more than one derived class dog and cat. So in this case, to which we have to create the objects?
You can create for both dog and cat.
So we can able to create objects for the both and dog. So in this case, that's why we are seeing here the create the for cat and access the same if you want to use the dog. See, if you use the same bark method, c dot bark. So we have created the object c for the cat class, and we are trying to use the method bark from the cat plot object. So is it possible? No, because here the bark is extended from the animal, right?
Yes.
Dog is extended from the animal and bark is belongs to dog class. And here meow is belongs to the cat class. But the concept here is there is no indirectly have a relationship between the dog and
Dog
cat.
and cat.
So we don't have any relation between dog and cat. So we are unable to access the methods of dog class from the cat class or cat class from the dog class. We can able to access the methods of animal class either from the dog class or the cat class. So this is called the hierarchical. Here the concept of multi-level, it does not support the Java. So see an example, when you start with this one, this will give an error message to you. Because in this case, we are defined the class A is a method and class B with the method. So we say class C is extension of AB. So what it sense means that we are defining a new class from more than one. What are they here?
Two more.
ABR.
Two classes, base classes.
So we are defining a new class C from more than one base class, which cannot permits with the multiple inheritance of Java. So when we see in this case, we are creating the object C. We are creating the object for the C class and accessing. Now, this cannot be possible because the Java does not support the multi-level inheritance. So what is the hybrid inheritance?
Combination of two or three.
Combination of more than one inheritance is called the this one.
Hybrid.
Best example is, for example, if I say that means person, employee, and employee can be the teacher or teaching or non-teaching. And we can say the person to the employee, the relation is 1-to-1, and the employee to the teaching and non-teaching is about the which one? See, for example, if I write like this,
Hierarchical.
Hierarchical, very good. It's a hierarchical inheritance. Next one, what is aggregation class? So what is the aggregation? It's nothing but I have a class and a class have an object. And I have a class, second class, and it has an object. So if object of one class have a reference to the object of another class, that is called aggregation. So means the object of one class will have the reference with the object of another class. So in this example, here I am creating the one class called the author, which contains the member data and the constructor. So we can say it is a constructor because the class name and the method name are the same with three parameters values. So what is the purpose of this operator is used to
current object.
Is represent the current object. So okay. So we have the get author name method. So here these three methods are called which type of methods they are?
Getter method.
They are the normal methods. They are the normal methods. So this is the which method?
Constructor.
Constructor. So this is the one class. And now we are moving to the next class. In the next class, I have the data. When you see this one, I am creating the object for the other class. Where is the other class? The class which we have created here. So this is the other class. So what I'm doing here is in the second class, I am creating the object for the first class. So here the first class object I am passing, see, we are treating as a data. So here, generally we'll create the object in the main class, am I right? Main method, am I right or not? Generally, if you want to create the object, generally we have to create the object in the main method. But we are not creating the main method. We are making them as a part of second class. So when you see this individually, what you can understand is the name, price, and this object of the other class or 3 are become as a data for the book class. And we are passing here the price, author, and name as a parameter. See here we are passing the other object. We are passing the other object as the parameter for a method of another class. So when you define like this, we can say other have a reference in book class, because we are creating the object in another class for the previous class. So we are doing show details, this method. So where we have using the name, price. See here, name, price, we are directly specifying because the name and price are belongs to the which class?
Book class.
Name and price are belongs to book class. Where get other name is belongs to which class?
Other class.
Other class. So what we are doing here, we are creating two classes and creating an object for the first class in the second class, and with the help of the object we are accessing the method. So this with nothing but have the reference. C means one class have a reference in another class. Generally, if you want to access the object, the method of one class by the another class, how can you access? If you want to access the method of one class by another class, how can you access?
By using inheritance.
By using inheritance. But we are not using the concept of inheritance here. Without using the inheritance concept also, we are able to do the method accessing. This can be possible with the help of aggregation. So aggregation nothing but the concept of giving the reference of one object into another object. This is a main method. In the main method, I am creating the object for the other class and passing the parameters, and the second class see here b dot show details. So where is the show details exist? The show details exist in the second class. So automatically control will go to here and will display the name and price, and again the control go to the main class, because here the other dot get other name details will have in the first class. So what will happen with C? We are here, we are creating the object for the other class and creating the construct object. Construct is initiating the object, and next one we are creating the object for the second class and passing the parameters, and finally showing the details. When you show the details, automatically control will go to the second class and you start being execution. It will display the name and price, and the control will again go to the first class and will display the other name. So likewise, we can able to have the reference of one class in another class. Nothing but an object of one class have the reference of another class, nothing but the concept of aggregation. So what is the advantage of aggregation? Means without the inheritance concept, we can able to access one method of one class by the another method of another class. Let's see practically how to implement this one. Yeah. Let's see, is a small class person. In this employee class, I'm trying to extend from persons class. So this is called a single inheritance, which you have extend from one class to another class. You have to use the main method. The main method, you have to define the object for the class. So what is the child class here?
Employee. The concept of multi-level, sorry, single inheritance. So if you want to implement the concept of multi-level, you need to create one more class. Now in the main program, I will change the code like this. We have created the object for the employee class. I will remove this one. And now I need to create the object for
Teacher class.
teacher class. I will say the different methods are there. I will share the OK method, which is the teacher class method, and p dot show method, p dot test method. So,
సార్ సేవ్ చేయలేదని అలా వస్తుందేమో ఒకసారి సేవ్ చేయండి.
which one? This teacher say this is the multi-level.
Mm.
If you want to implement the hierarchical, how do you implement? We have already
Plus 2 derived plus.
the employee. We have already one thing. I'll take one more new as teacher. Is the class. I have to create which classes? Objects.
Teacher and clerk.
C dot. So this is the concept of hierarchical. The hierarchical, what we are hierarchical. So here, what is the hierarchical hybrid? Did it become a hierarchical hybrid?
Inside
Is it become as hierarchical or hybrid?
hierarchical. So it's
How do you, huh? It's become as a hybrid because a combination of hierarchical and series one. Here we are defining the class. Yeah, this one, which one we are defined now? The class is the clerk.
clerk.
See, the clerk this class is different from employee. Where the employee class is defined from
Persons.
persons. So when you see this one, what is hierarchy here? The hybrid, am I right?
Yes, sir. Hybrid.
Person to employee to
Teacher and clerk.
so it is a hybrid.
Mm.
Clear? If you want to define only the hierarchical, how can you define?
Employed extend person
Can we-
extend and the club we can create the direct class for and the
I will do one thing here. I will take the class result. Okay. So this is the main class. I will give the method as T1. Okay.
సార్ ఇప్పటి వరకు జరిగిన రికార్డింగ్స్ అన్ని కూడా షేర్ చేయమని చెప్పారా?
మనం పంపించాడు రికార్డింగ్స్ నీకు?
లేదు సార్, రెండే పంపించారు.
This is the first class. So hierarchical means the next class we have to create. For example, I will say academic, which is extends from
రిజల్ట్.
results.